Hello there, Pisces. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your full moon reading. This is our full moon in the sign of Cancer that is wrapping up our year of 2020, and that will be with us on December 29th, 2020 at 10:28 Eastern Standard Time, and that's going to be in the PM. So that will be an evening full moon when it's at its apex. This promises to me to be a very powerful, positive full moon for you, Pisces. It's in a fellow water sign. It aspects your fifth house universally. If you're a Pisces rising, that will also aspect your fifth house on a personal level. So this is the Leo house. This is the house of the heart. This is a creative place for you. And so to me, that, full moon in Cancer, it's a very happy placement for the moon because the moon naturally rules the sign of Cancer. It's an extra luminous, magical full moon. So if you get time to see it, go outside and really enjoy the beauty of that full moon in Cancer. And I think it's really going to help to bring up a lot of those subconscious creative urges and dreams that help to ignite some really cool stuff in you. Because Pisces, you are such a sign of the imagination, of music, of creativity, of spiritual intuitions and perceptions. You're extremely psychic. And so all of that's going to come up in a very big positive way for you. So Pisces, as always, I'm so happy to have you back with me. I love spending time in your energy. If you are new or returning, thanks for joining me again. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome, and I hope you will reach out there, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family. Do keep in mind, Pisces, these are general readings. They will not resonate with every single Pisces out there, so take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. This will mostly correspond with you if you're a Pisces sun, moon, Venus, or rising sign, but if you have a strong presence of Pisces in your chart, you may be feeling this one as well. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information regarding the card decks that I use, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all those links and information will be down there below in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started, Pisces. I'm going to be using 2 lunar-based decks as well as 2 tarot decks, and we're going to get messages past, present, and future for these lunar cycles. Keep in mind the full moon energies do last about 28 to 30 days from full moon to full moon. So we're looking at the past full moon that was in Gemini, the present energy of the full moon in Cancer, and the next 28 to 30 days after that full moon has completed. So dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians and ancestors, please let's see our Pisces. Let's see what you have for them in messages or encouragement for this time of the full moon in Cancer for December 2020. Please guard and guide us all and show me what you have for our Pisces, please. Thank you so much for your guidance. I like this. Yes, Pisces, I'm feeling this one for you. So on this immediate past, the last month cycle from that full moon in Gemini, we have confidence is your key to success with that new moon in Leo energy. I would say that this last full moon cycle might have been a lot more challenging for you than usual because the Gemini full moon that we just had last month does make a square aspect, which is a challenging aspect to your sign. So that would have brought a lot of challenges, a lot of things that you would have had to be working through, a lot of pressure, right? And so, this is really sad that, you knew like through that cycle that you needed to stay confident, to keep your chin up. You were also very, focused on staying in a high vibration because Leo energy is a high vibration. It's very optimistic, upbeat, and creative. So I really do like that for you, and it really sort of connects with where, that full moon is going to be highlighting for this month. So let's get a clarifier on that card. Yes, because we have that wolf moon. Check that out. I feel like both of these were really like a foreshadowing for the Cancer full moon to come because we have the 29 up on the top of that wolf moon card. and our full moon in Cancer is on the 29th. This is the hunger moon, the wolf moon. So, you know, this is usually that full moon of January, right, which would be our following moon. It is a time where you may be really going through a time where you feel like you've just been barely getting by. It's like, you know, so you've really been literally calling out to spirit to say, hey, help me out. I'm hungry for sustenance. I'm hungry for spiritual enlightenment, awareness, connection. And so it's been a big struggle, Pisces, but I really do feel that you've maintained a lot of positivity, and you've kept your personal integrity and your optimism throughout this passing cycle. So what I love to see right in the middle here is the present energy of the Cancer full moon for you is that end of the tough cycle approaching. Look at that with the full moon of Capricorn. Capricorn is the polarity sign of Cancer, so to me that brings up a little bit of the shadow side, right, of Cancer. So it's really showing you that deep down in the deep depths of your soul, Pisces, there has been a lot of challenge, a lot of things to overcome, some things that you've been working very, very hard to get through or accomplish. And the end of that challenging cycle is approaching here for you. And look at that, the hunter moon. Oh my goodness. That is about abundance. And I like how we go from hunger to abundance. Look at that. So to me, this is quite the reversal here, Pisces. And that's the difference between the full moon that squares your sign and the full moon that trines your sign. The Cancer moon is in a very positive alignment to you. So you may be feeling, you know, as this full moon comes around, it's like you start to realize the challenges, you know, you've overcome so many of them, the obstacles aren't quite as rough as they used to be. This has been such a challenging year. And so, you know, this full moon is really coming up to wrap up a very, very tough time for so many of us. But I love that the hunter moon is there, because that's that kind of like, you know, that's that October moon. It's that full harvest, feeling like you have abundance, prosperity, not just, you know, of finances, but also of the heart and the soul, which is really the most important of all. So going into the immediate future, this next 28-30 day cycle, we have the new moon energy of Gemini with communication is key. So Pisces, this next cycle here, there's going to be a need for being very open, very honest, having critical and important conversations, getting the information that you need to go forward. All of that is very highlighted. And gratitude. So you may be expressing or may need to express gratitude to others. That can actually really open a lot of doors. Say if there's somebody that, you know, you really want to talk to them and they just keep shutting you out, they just keep, you know, putting it off. It might be a good way to open it up with some gratitude or some blessing and say, you know what, I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for this that you've brought into my life, or what you've contributed to, you know, my whole existence. So that's something that, you know, you may want to use, and it's often also something that you want to see, you know, from the perspective of is just being in that place of gratitude. Because when you express gratitude and you stay in that mental place, Pisces, it just brings more blessing. It brings more things to be grateful for. So let's get into your tarot. We're going to deepen these messages up around these lunar cycles for you. Wow, Pisces, I really can feel this one. I think for a lot of y'all on all levels, this has been a very challenging time. Look at this, because on top of this Leo moon, the hunger moon, and then we have the Five of Pentacles, which is about scarcity, right? It's about a fear of not having enough, a feel of being left out. Like I said, this is that crying out to spirit saying, I need your help. I need your connection. I need what I need to get through, right? Like you might have felt like you were just barely hanging on, keeping that chin up, right? But just barely sometimes, right, Pisces? Fighting through the tears. Sometimes, you know, really like fighting hard. You know, sometimes like I've felt that before in my life for sure, where it's like, you know, you keep going in spite of it, right? You keep pushing through in spite of it. You know, it's that sort of like you might be crying on the inside, but you keep the bold, the proud, you know, happy face on to try to get through it. But deep inside, yeah, you've been through some things here. And so I would feel that, you know, Pisces, this could be, you know, sometimes a feeling of being disconnected from a loved one. Sometimes it's a feeling of, you know, being concerned about money. Sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's both. The big thing to remember always with that Five of Pentacles to me is that this is a card of perspective. It really is. It's like, remember, Pisces, you might be feeling left out in the cold, but the lights are on inside. Many times in this, you know, Five of Pentacles card in the tarot, there'll be a key pictured as well. So it's sort of like, even if the door feels locked, it's time to go around the side. It's time to try a different approach or a different perspective to get to the place that you need to be, which is in that warm inner sanctum instead of out in the snow. And yeah, Knight of Cups. So to me, this for a lot of people could be one, you know, something of the heart, something that's like it's relationship related, you know, really wanting to reach out to someone, hoping that they reach out to you. And, you know, maybe just really honestly, just going through some really hard times emotionally, trying to keep, you know, your vibration high, but just feeling like, when are they going to come through? When are they going to talk to me? Am I going to get this offer? Should I make an offer to them? Should I reach out to them? And so, you know, you had that Five of Pentacles there, and on the center we have the Five of Cups, which is also another card. You know, our fives are a lot of challenge. They're a lot of friction. And so to me, this is saying that through, you know, this tough time, this challenging cycle coming to an end, you may still be, you know, dealing with some grief, some disappointment, some feeling of sadness, some feeling of emotional loss. So Pisces, I would never tell you, you know, don't cry about that or don't feel it out, because I think that's very important. But I just want you to remember that in the background here, we do have those Two of Cups standing tall, standing up still, and those are those beautiful cups of emotional connection and healing. So even though you may still be feeling some of this, you know, heartache, some of this grief, just remember, not all is lost. You do still have options. You do have keys that you can turn to open those doors. And look at that. Oh my goodness, Pisces, the Five of Pentacles came out again on top of it. So yeah, I mean, these are just going hand in hand for you. And I would say that, you know, for any of you that have really been through just through the ringer, through so much up and down, both emotionally and financially, hang in there. Please hang in there, because we need your light in the world. And remember that, you know, nothing stays this way forever. And of course, also keep in mind, we did have this card with this tough cycle ending. And some of you may feel like, oh, I'm still going through that cycle, Ariel. And I know, I get it. Oh my gosh. I totally feel that. I totally know what that's like. Oh my goodness, I could tell you stories. But it's just, to me, it's one of those things, you know, Capricorn energy is very strong. It's very courageous in its own, you know, way, and it's very resilient. So I feel like even if you've gone through a time of severe loss, Pisces, don't forget that you can rise again. You can get through these things. And going into this immediate future, look at what we have on top of the communication with the Gemini moon. And then we have the gratitude card, and we have the Ten of Swords. And to me, the Ten of Swords is the completion of a very painful, difficult cycle. It's something where there's been a lot of worries, a lot of fears, a lot of anxieties, a lot of doubts. And really, you know, for some of you as well, dealing with maybe a feeling of betrayal or loss or being backstabbed. It's general, guys, so take it as it resonates. But for some of you, you know, it could have been on that level as well. But the good thing about it is that Ten of Swords is the end of that cycle. It's the completion of it. So to me, even though I do absolutely get the sense and the feeling that there's been just a lot of deep, deep struggle on a heart soul level here for you, Pisces, I do feel like this is not a cycle that's going to last forever, and things are in change. They are in flux, absolutely. Yes, and the Seven of Wands. So, you know, sometimes with this card, I say be careful, choose your battles wisely, right? But I feel like what this is you're emerging as feeling a whole lot more assured of yourself. You're standing on that higher ground. You know that you're right about a lot of things. You've come through some really hard times. And I feel like, you know, it isn't for nothing. It's like there's a defensiveness about this card, but sometimes it's good to have our defenses up when it comes to people that have hurt us or haven't treated us right. And Pisces, you are such a loving, compassionate sign that I know that even when people have hurt you very badly, it's still so hard for you not to forgive them and let them back in, because you are grace personified, right? But this is telling you that if somebody just keeps hurting you again and again, it's fine to be defensive. It's fine to put your foot down. There's nothing wrong with that at all. On the bottom, we have the Ten of Cups. This is a beautiful card of happiness, bliss, pure spiritual and emotional joy. Ooh, and on the bottom of the everyday, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So to me, I do feel like heart, soul, finances, all of that is going to start getting restored to you. And a lot of it does have to do with this difficult cycle ending, and also with you just really learning from that experience and really beginning to just value yourself so much stronger, to put your foot down and say, no, I am worth it. I am an amazing spirit. I have so much to give. And you do know how to build yourself up from the inside out, Pisces. So let's get an affirmation on this reading for you. And look at that. Your keyword is ascension, Pisces. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. So don't fear, Pisces. Absolutely, like I felt, you are going to the next level. You are leaving behind so much old pain, so much old wounding. Honor those emotions, Pisces, but don't dwell on them any longer than you need to, because I feel there are good things coming around the corner. And it's just a matter of you remembering you are worth so much and not being afraid to express that outward to others. So Pisces, I hope you have an amazing full moon and a happy new year. And I'll be seeing you again soon. Take care.